Hello and welcome to our Women's Day special edition of Campus Debate. Today I'm joined by a young and enthusiastic group of girls from Lady Shri Ram College, one of India's leading colleges for women. First of all, let me welcome you all to Rajya Sabha TV. While the world is celebrating International Women's Day today, what we want to do today is we want to sit back and analyze the position and space that we have given to our women in the society. Of course, all of us know a lot has been done since independence and a lot needs to be done, and all of us here would agree that a lot needs to be done. But at the same time, there are several women who have of course reached the pinnacle of success, and the society very well has accepted it. So today in the LSR campus, we discuss the ways in which the society has accepted the multiple roles of women. To begin with, let me first, by show of hands, just tell me how many of you on the floor believe that the society has, even though if it's a slow change, has actually shown a change when it comes to accepting and showing a welcoming attitude towards women. Quite a large number. So to begin on a positive note, the society is actually changing. Of course, it's a slow and gradual change, but these young girls here believe it's a long way ahead, but it's happening. It's visible. Tell me how the society is changing.
I definitely feel that the society is changing, especially in the last decade or so. I mean, I'm born into a generation which does not accept restrictions. Even when our country started, right at the beginning, men and women got the same rights at the same time. There was no different suffrage movement for the women in our country, which I think is an important step and the fundamental step to having an egalitarian society when it comes to gender. Definitely there's a change in our mindset and our speaking out for our rights. It's changing the world around us. I do see it happening, especially in the last decade or so.
All right, this young girl here thinks that of course the society is changing, the change is visible, but at the same time the mindsets need to change. Who wants to add on to what she said?
What I feel is change, and in India and in the world over, what happens is change is always followed by a catastrophe. So you have some incident that glares the facts at you. So you have, say, the 16 December incident, and then you suddenly realize that women aren't as safe as they're supposed to be in a society which promises the democratic values that the Constitution upholds. So you realize that change should not be brought about by these extreme circumstances. It should be entrenched within the very fragment of our basic living.
Every country has its share of problems. That's a problem that India faces. But again, we have moved on from what the post-independence years were. We have given women that free space where they can be employed in any field they want to. There are women who have of course made a mark and they have been successful.
And if we are talking about the changes in our country, yes, there are changes, but listen, we are still waiting for the justice right now. Okay, there are no justice made to anyone, to any of these incidents which are happening every day in our country. And we are living in a democracy, in a democratic country, and we can't go and protest for a silent protest, that too a silent protest. We can't go to India Gate or at Jantar Mantar. So is this the change we are talking about?
Don't you think today, sitting here, the fact that we are debating, we can speak for ourselves?
No,
isn't that a change?
I'm speaking right now. That's a different point, but we'll go back home. That thing is totally changed.
I don't think change comes from policies. I think changes come because women have had the guts to go out there. And the fact that we are sitting today and debating is because we are educated women and we are women of a privileged society. When I go back home or to my village, I will see women who don't even have the basic rights. So forget debating and analyzing things. So I think change, as everybody has already pointed out, has to come from a certain mindset. Structural changes might be the beginning, but sociological changes are definitely more important.
So you say you are from that educated lot where you can make your own point.
Yeah.
Because you have traveled, you said you're from Patna, right?
Yeah.
So you've traveled from that place to Delhi. Your parents have shown a change, a gradual change. It might be that your mother would never have thought of studying in LSR.
I think that is a very important and happy thing that we need to be happy about. My parents have shown courage because they probably trust me, but they are still so scared about the fact that I am in this city, and that is unfortunate. The fact that they have to keep calling me and keep asking where I am, why I'm not home. I mean, my father gets worried if I'm not home by 5.
She's talking about trust. Parents trust us, but what they
But
not
the extreme
trust is the society.
is the society.
Right. This girl, who's not even from India, she belongs to Singapore. She's been in Delhi for just about 2 months. So she'll share with us what are the problems that she has faced when she steps out in the Delhi markets, in the Delhi street, or what is that she feels is better than her society.
When I step out of the college walls, usually my friends will tell me not to travel alone. I remember the first few months when I told one of my hostel mates, listen, I'm going to Lajpat Nagar alone. Is that alright? And then she said, oh, no, wait for me. I'll come with you. No, don't go alone. Even though I've been there like a lot of times with them. So these are the few restrictions I feel like, with going out alone.
See, there are many countries still where women of our age wouldn't know what education means. They can't decide for themselves what to wear, how to travel, where to travel, whether they're even allowed to step out of the house. So don't you think on that aspect, India fares much better than the other countries?
I get to come to LSR, I get to study in a DPS, but not every girl of my age in India gets that. So when we talk about the fact that we can express ourselves, we are getting education, quality education, we can go out, we can work for the companies we want to, we can actually follow our hearts. This is this very small fraction we are talking about here. The majority is still not allowed to step out of the house because of things like poverty. The family thinks that they are supposed to be married off, so there's no point in getting them quality education. Educating their brothers is more important.
So are you talking about a divide between the
Yes.
urban and the rural India? All right, we'll get a view from here, this side. You've stayed quiet all this while. Let's all hear what you feel about the topic.
I do feel that the mindset is changing, but when it comes to the society, I don't think it's changing much because when you step out in public places, you are always ogled at, and people stare at you as if you're not a human being. And being a girl is sometimes, I feel so confused that why am I being looked at? People need to start respecting the fact and need to change their behavior towards women.
Anybody else who wants to elaborate on how the mindsets need to change?
I travel via public transport, something like bus. So when I travel when our college hours get delayed, so I have to travel like late night, not really late, but after 7 o'clock. So women would also stare at me and they would give looks such as, the clothes that you're wearing, something might happen to you. It's your fault. Why are you wearing this at this hour? Or why do you not have your brother or someone with you? So you do get looks from even women, mature
So
women.
it gives you that
Educated,
feeling that
mature.
you are dependent, you're still dependent on somebody. You need to have a colleague, male colleague, you need to have a brother, you need to travel with your father.
At least the society expects me to be dependent if I'm not.
In terms of mindsets, I also feel that women need to show more solidarity with each other. So if you see a woman getting groped or being treated in an unfair manner, you need to be able to step up and speak your mind out. Because I think change needs to come from both sides, right?
With a very valid point, she talking about how women need not be treated as secondary citizens. With that, we head into a very short break. Lots more coming up on the other side. Thanks for staying with us. We've discussed how we've not been able to give our women that ideal society that they deserve to live in, and how the mindsets need to change. On that note, let's get a quick word from each one of us here on what they look at when they talk about the mindsets need to be changed. We'll start from this side.
I feel that the mindset has to change, and even though the change has initiated, there's a long way to go. Like even when we talk about us, we being the privileged class, how many of our mothers would allow us to go out at 9 o'clock, say night, in a skirt? I don't think many of our parents would allow us.
I definitely feel there needs to be a change in the mindset, but I think we always put the onus of this on the men. We should, as women, also take action. Like, if I give a personal example, during the protests regarding 16 December, what we did in our colony was we visited the Malviya Nagar police station. Just a simple step. We told them what problems we had and what steps we wanted them to take. Like, we needed security in our colony. We needed them to get proper lighting near the metro station, which is a very shady area. And all that is being worked upon. I think we should take steps as well. I also think focus needs to be shifted from the kind of clothes we wear. I think we make too much of a deal about what we are wearing. Think about what you need to do in life, how you need to look at people in general, not just women. As men, they need to think about how they perceive other men as well. So stop thinking in terms of stereotypes and move ahead in life.
Somebody else from here.
Okay, just when we talk about the right of women to express themselves, come out when something wrong happens to them, a very important right which is like not given enough importance in terms of supplementing it. We need to tell people that look, they have this right, and secondly, they should know how to use this right in terms of they should be given platforms where they can talk about their experiences, share whatever happened to them, so that people know that there's a free forum, and that's how you use your right.
Somebody from here who hasn't spoken at all. Let's have one last word from you.
It's not because of that कि developed city है या underdeveloped city है. As I'm from the Ghaziabad, it's as compared to the Delhi, it's not that developed. Daily coordinating in our public transports, so it's really hectic for me to coordinate because there are so many shady peoples, and it's not on the regular basis, but yeah, twice and thrice in a week they misbehaved, so the mindset really needs to be changed.
One last word on how the mindsets need to change, and how as women, as part of the society, how do we think we can contribute in changing the mindsets?
I think we at a personal level, at our own homes, need to bring the change. I think we need to stand independently and talk to our parents when we see that they're making a difference between you and your brother. And I think personally we need to stand on our own selves, and we need to speak out what our problems are. Unless we take a stand, I don't think they will make a move to help us.
What do we look at when we talk about changing mindsets is the question.
We cannot divide the responsibility like, oh, okay, we need to change the mindset. It is your responsibility to change this set, and this is my responsibility to change this particular mindset.
It's a collective
as a collective, as a society, we need to change. Also, and we talk about this change. Ever since I have been sane enough to understand these discussions, I have seen a lot of discussions happening in my house, in my society, in college, in school, anywhere, everywhere. But when it comes to ground realities where these ideologies, these big ideas about change need to be implemented, zilch, zero, nothing happens.
So it's not just Delhi we are talking about India on the whole.
Yeah.
So when you're, say, walking in the streets of Delhi, and when you're walking in the streets of, say, Patna, the place where you are from, what difference is it? And do we need to contribute in two different ways when we are talking about two different societies?
No, I think people are the same everywhere. It would be unfair of me to say that Patna is this heaven where I can walk as and when I want to. It's sad, but I can't, even though it's where I've grown up. But I think people everywhere are the same, and mindsets need to change everywhere. A woman walking on the road is not an object, and it's not your right to stare and ogle at her.
So apart from the society, are we also talking about the family mindsets that need to change? When you step out, the mother is checking the daughter, don't wear this, or maybe when you're walking in a in a different way, the elders checking you on don't walk this way. They're expecting you to behave in a ladylike manner, in a much more mature manner. So are we also talking about the family mindset that need to change? Who wants to take up that question?
I strongly feel that it has to come from within the family. Like, I have studied in a DPS. I am here in LSR, but still I have to. I mean, at this stage, I come from an educated family, but even then, I have to be back by 7. I cannot go out at. I cannot go to a friend's house for a night stay. I don't blame my parents. They're very right, because it is not a safe city. They're very right on their part, but I think it has to start changing, and instead of picking out on girls and telling them not to go out at night or not to wear certain clothes at night or even during the day, the focus should shift to the sons, and to train them like not to look at women in that way. Even
so, she's talking about changing focus. How do we aim to change the focus? Let's get a point from her. How will the focus change? It has over the years, but how do we aim to do
There
so? There
has been a lot of discourse about it in all news channels and all your editorials and everything, that there's a need to change the focus on what is in the limelight. The fact that all these unfortunate incidents are happening, or why is it happening? Why is it happening? We don't have a proper structure, we don't have proper safety, we don't have public transport, we don't have good means of communication, and this is Delhi I'm talking about. I'm not even going to the rural side, I'm not going to smaller towns, even the outskirts of Delhi, the villages, which are just beyond 20 kilometers of Gurgaon. It's a whole different world. So the focus needs to change to incorporate something which is universal, to come up with some changes which can be deployed in a universal fashion all across India, so each and every woman in India can enjoy the rights they're entitled to.
Change should begin from the fact that women should be given freedom to make little decisions like traveling when they want to, wearing whatever they want to, rather than depending on the fact that I have to fit into a certain stereotype to fit into the condition that I am going to be traveling in, on the place I'm going to be, how the people are going to be thinking about over there. There should be a change in the fact that women should be free to make their own decisions, from tiny decisions like when to travel, what place to go, to bigger ones like do I want to continue my profession, or what I want to be in life.
Okay, when we talk about stereotypes, what are the stereotypes again that we're talking about that need to be erased from the society? Who wants to take that? What are the stereotypes in particular that we want the society to get rid of?
I think there are many, like in India, women should be, after marriage, the girl should be in sari. She should be the one the parda system, taking care of the family. Her priority should be household work, and then the child, and then maybe profession, if she has time left after
So
that.
again, talking about
Exactly.
the balancing act both between work and family.
Everyone's been saying parents need to teach their sons how to do this. I don't think you can teach them anything. It's ingrained and it comes from you. When you feel that way towards a woman, when that is your perception towards life, that is how you will behave.
So we've had some really interesting points today from these young girls of LSR, where we've discussed how in many ways the society has shown a gradual change when it comes to accepting the multiple roles played by women, but in several other ways it's a long way to go. The pace at which the society is moving, it needs to fasten up as far as the progressive nature of women is concerned. With that, I wrap up this edition of Campus Debate.